First time I went to a Jiffy Lube to change the oil in my truck, it cost me $115 for 10 minutes of work. I felt like I'd been swindled. I'd done my oil changes in the past, and I was just being lazy and didn't want to do it again. A lot of folks haven't done their own oil changes before, so I figured starting with a motorcycle would be a little bit easier. It's a little simpler and there's a little less moving parts. I've done this multiple times on my own, so I'm pretty proficient at the task. Today we're going to talk about the tools you need, how to drain the oil, how to replace the filter and the washer, and how to refill and clean up. So before we drain the oil, let's talk about what we need. When you're gathering your tools, the first thing you want to do is look at your owner's manual. It's going to have all the information and very detailed steps on what you need to find and how to change your oil. Of course, you're going to need oil specific to your vehicle or motorcycle. In this case, 10W40. Having a funnel is a nice addition because you can tend to spill if you don't have one. So using a funnel just makes the process a little quicker and easier. You'll need some kind of drain pan to drain the oil into. I use a little bit of a wider one when I'm changing my bike's oil because of the filter and the drain pan will both drip into this. It fits both. You want some paper towels because it's easy to clean up. Of course, you'll need a filter and some crush washers for your drain plug. And then a ratchet and a socket that fits your filter. So we've just taken the bike on a short 5-minute ride. The engine is warm but not too hot, so the oil will flow well. First, we're gonna crack the fill, and then we're gonna empty the drain. While the oil drains, we're gonna remove the filter and have that empty into the pan as well. Once you've removed your filter and you're ready to put the new one on, grab a little bit of that old oil and run it on the gasket. Before replacing your drain plug in the crush washer, make sure to wipe down the drain plug area because it can accumulate a lot of dirt because it's right underneath the bike. So we just put the filter back on and check your owner's manual because sometimes they say hand tight, sometimes they say 1 full turn. In this case, it says 7 foot-pounds of torque. So that's what we have the torque wrench set to. And then we're going to talk about the drain plug because the owner's manual requires that to be set at 25 foot-pounds. Now we're going to add 3 quarts of our 10W40 oil. So we're going to remove the dipstick. Put the filter on there. We're going to take our time and we're going to fill it up. So now that we're all filled up, we're going to reinsert the dipstick. Make sure not to screw it in. Pull it out. Check the oil level. As you can see, we're a little high right now. That's pretty good. We're going to start it up and it's probably going to go a little lower. So now that we've started the bike, we're going to let it idle for about 1 minute and then check the oil again. So now that we've topped it off, we've started it, we ran it for about a minute, we're just going to double check and make sure our levels are good. So you insert the dipstick, making sure that the threads are not going in. Pull it out, and as you can see, we're right where we want to be, right in the middle. So now that your oil change is complete, you think you've tightened everything down, just double check everything, make sure everything's tight, and make sure you clean up all the oil off of your headers and around the drain plugs and fill areas. As we drain the oil and the bike's all set, we have to figure out what we want to do with this oil. Now we take it to a recycling center. We've been using this jug for a very long time. So we're going to pour it into here and then we're going to dispose of it properly. Now that we're all set, the oil change is all good. Some common things to look out for. Make sure your bike is upright when you do the oil change. If you leave it on the side stand, you might not get all of the oil out. Make sure that you tighten everything up when you're doing your oil change, and then when you're done, take it for a quick ride.